What's up, buttercups? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is all the books that I will be reading in November, or at least I hope so. October was not a good reading month. I'm so upset to say that. Therefore, I'm just picking books that I really hope will be a hit. And some of them are fiction, but for the most part, it's nonfiction because Nonfiction November. We're really excited. But I know for a fact I will need to read some fiction. I can't not read fiction, even during Nonfiction November. I have learned in the past I need to mix things up. So the majority of these books are nonfiction, but let's just go over the few fiction books that I hope to get to, though the nonfiction books are priority, and then the Messed Up Book Club's picks for November are priority. So then we're doing like 3 parts to this, okay? Part 1, Dead When We Met. That's gonna be finished in like 2 hours. Honestly, it's not even 100 pages. It might be like 75. But this is female necrophilia. Did you get that? Okay, I'm not gonna say it very loudly because y'all might be watching in a public area. But this is book 1 for the Messed Up Book Club. Honestly, I might have already finished this book because it's so short. We have, for the first time, all female horror writers. So, the next one is Lovely, Dark, and Deep by Megan Stockton, sorry, Megan Stockton. Oh, the other one was Elizabeth Bedlam. Megan. 2 female horror writers were into it. We'll get to this one in the second half of November. I forget who suggested this, and I also forget the summary. I think I'm just held up on the necrophilia for the first book. So we will be surprised when we get to Lovely, Dark, and Deep. Now, the other 3 fiction books, the second, Mrs. Astor. This is about one of the Astors that was on the Titanic. I forget if they die or not. I think they do. One of them does. I'm just going in, kind of sort of knowing what's going on. But I read Shauna Abay's other book, An American Beauty. Loved it. I need to go back to my roots and read some historical fiction because when I'm feeling like I'm a slumpy slump of the reading, I need to just go back to historical fiction, and this will be the icing on the cake. Next up is The Midnight Library. I've had lots of people say it's great. Lots of people have said it sucks. I'm going to read it for myself. I hope it doesn't suck because seriously, October was bad and I don't want to have any more bad reads. So fingers crossed. Okay, and the last fiction, it's really exciting. The Silence of the Lambs by Thomas Harris. Of course. Do I need to say anything else? No. But I'll just go briefly into, I enjoyed Red Dragon. Red Dragon was the one of 2 4 stars for October, and that was a prompt about serial killers for the Spooky Scary Skeleton Readathon. So when I realized that I was having a bad month, I was like, okay, I need to get Silence of the Lambs. Here we are. Now, going into part 3 is the nonfiction. Here we go. Smoke Gets in Your Eyes by Caitlin Doherty. This is Ask a Mortician on YouTube. I absolutely adore her. She just recently, finally, released another video on her channel after like 5 months gone. And it's about Oliver Cromwell. So I suggest you look into YouTube and Ask a Mortician. But this is her first book. It's about, what did she say, 10 years? I think it's like a 10-year anniversary. And it's a memoir about funeral homes and her life running a funeral home. So I am intrigued because I do have existential crises about life at least once a month. Actually, I'm going to be honest, it's probably at this point right now, every day. But that's not normal. Usually it's just once a month. So I really want to embrace death and life. And I think her channel and her nonfiction books are really great for that. The sun is being really weird. I hope that the lighting is okay. Then again, I can't change much, so I'm sorry if like half of my face is lit up and the other half is not. We're moving on to Jesus Interrupted by Bart D. Arham, and he is a fantastic scholar on the Old and New Testament. Specifically, I would say the New Testament, but this book goes into things that people think Jesus said, but he did not. I read his other book. My God, I can picture the cover, but I'm blanking on the title. I hate when that happens. Did I take my Adderall today? I did not. That's why it's happening. I'm so sorry. Bart is very popular in the theological historian field. He knows his shit. So I highly suggest his books. He also has a YouTube channel, and he has courses in the Great Courses, and that's actually how I found him. So I wanted to get to this Buffy the Vampire Slayer in philosophy in October, but I did not get to it, so we're starting this, and I'm really excited. Another one I'm happy to see is Sound of the Beast, The Complete Headbanging History of Heavy Metal by Ian Christie. I hope I can read this. This book was not taken care of. It's used. I got it for about $8 because I could not find a copy on Amazon that was newly printed. And why do I say I hope I can read this? It's really yellow. Look at that. This is not good. I might have to read it really, really fast because I think there's some sketchiness within the pages regarding the, I don't know if it's mold or mildew or both, but it can attach to other paper. Your other books will get moldy, mildewy, and I really don't want that. But it was the only option because I don't use ebooks and I can't pay attention to audiobooks, so this was kind of my only option other than not reading it. But I really want to read it. It's not that old. It's 10 years old. I don't know why it's out of print. I'm having an existential crisis over why things are not in print. It's just one of those months. It's not going to be great. I already know. And I think a lot of people are struggling as well. So we're on the same page. Let's do some self-care. 2 more books, y'all. Atomic Habits, James Clear. I tried this on audiobook. I don't think I got anything done regarding seeping up this information. I'm just giving up on audiobooks. I can't pay attention to it. I'm one of those weird ADHDers, there you go, where I can't pay attention to audiobooks. Usually I have heard and seen many times where people with ADHD do better with audiobooks. I cannot, obviously, so I got a physical copy, and I'm gonna jump right into it again. And lastly, The Journey of Humanity by Oded Galor, and this is the origins of wealth and inequality through different theories put on by Oded Galor, and I'm just really interested. I've had this for like a year, so Nonfiction November, here we come. Actually, it would be 11 months because I got this in December of last year, so 11 months. I'm doing fine. That's what I'm telling myself. I'm doing fine. Sometimes you have to just pretend until things actually happen. But I am going to limit a little bit my videos. I realized I am not a weekly update girly. I'm exhausted. Also the fact that I wrote 30,000 words in a month to finish Midnight Murders, the third book in my urban fantasy mystery series. So I'm just really tired overall. So I'm not going to do weekly updates or wrap-ups. I'm just going back to my regular, what I was doing before the Spooky Scary Skeleton Halloween readathon, and try to recover. We'll see how that goes. Thank you so much for watching my video all about November's reads. I'll see you in the next video. Do some self-care. I swear you need to do some self-care. I'm about to go take a lovely walk around the block because I need some vitamin D. So whatever you need to do for self-care, go ahead and do it. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.